Hey y'all, so I'm no stranger to doing videos calling out companies for, things I don't necessarily agree with and I think that need to be said. And today it's Zippo I'm calling out. Not really calling out, but just bringing attention to the sad reality of something they're doing. Before I get into this, if you like this content, subscriptions, likes, shares, all that really help out, and they don't cost anything. Plus down below, if you're looking for discount codes, companies that help us out give us discount codes for you guys to enjoy. Anyway, let's get into the video. Now, for those that don't know, Zippo is from Bradford, PA. I am also from Pennsylvania, so I've always kind of been fond of Zippo for that reason. Here's my the drawer out of my EDC chest for which I keep lighters in. It's pretty much dominated by Zippo, not just because of Bradford, PA, but because, they're iconic. It's an iconic American brand. Lighter, always been a fan of it. And for the longest time, they were exclusively made in the U.S., right? And for the longest time, their inserts were made basically the same way they've been making them, which is you have to put lighter fluid in it. It has a flint wheel, and, it flicks and it lights, and they're pretty, reliable, and they have a windscreen here. And the only problem with them was they eventually dried up whether you used it or not. Usually got a week, maybe two at the absolute most, and it would dry up whether you've used it or not. Butane lighters have become much, much more prevalent, and a lot of companies like Bic and everybody pretty much ran with it. Zippo kind of was lagging behind because while they're really cool, at the end of the day, if you're using a lighter a lot, nothing sucks more than you haven't used it much and it's already dried up regardless. So aftermarket companies like the Vector Thunderbirds, right, insert, stepped in and started making inserts for Zippos, right? They started making started making inserts for Zippo lighters that were butane, basically making it that, this one's actually really, let's see. Oh, no, it doesn't like that. That one never worked. I did a review on it. Basically making it that Zippo became relevant again. And finally, Zippo in the past few years has finally started making butane inserts as well, which really keep Zippo relevant because while Bics are, very reliable, they're convenient, they're disposable, they're pretty cheap, let's face it, you can't beat the iconic look of a Zippo lighter. But here's where the problem goes in. Now I have a stack here I can show. I have a stack here of all the regular Zippo inserts that I have had to take out of all my lighters that I have to put in the butane inserts lighters. Or the butane insert butane inserts. But something you'll notice on these inserts, right? Every single one of these is stamped Made in USA, Bradford, PA, right? So that's pretty cool. So that tells me that Zippo knows how to make an insert for their lighter. Except when I got this new one, right? This is their newest one. They call it the Yellow Flame. It's basically a soft flame lighter insert. Kind of works like a Bic. It's neat. The flame's a bit long for my liking, but it's neat and it serves a purpose, I guess. Right? So on the side here, you have Bradford, PA, USA, right? Cool. You think it's made in USA until you flip it over, right? Manufactured in China to Zippo quality standards. Now, I know anytime I rag on China, I get a lot of people defending it and saying how different countries make different items and it doesn't necessarily make them bad. And I agree with you 110% when people make that point. Several of the items I carry and use and the guns I shoot are all from different countries. I like Berettas from Italy. I like Walthers from Germany. One of the knives I carry on a daily basis is a Victorinox Cyber Tool, which is, of course, a Victorinox knife. There are many, many, many different companies in different countries making a product. I have no issue that it's not U.S. made. But everybody knows at the end of the day that usually when an American company sends something over to China, it's to make it cheaper. And that kind of irritates me. Again, as a Pennsylvanian, basically when you're taking an insert that could be made in this country, and maybe it costs a little bit more, but I mean, I'd gladly pay for a good quality American-made product, and I'll touch on the good quality in a moment, and you're sending it overseas, well, that kind of disappoints me with, how the company is doing that. And I touched on the good quality. Something that a lot of people complain about is, when you go on Amazon, because that's usually the best place to get these inserts and get them quick, you have a lot of people complaining about them. You complaining that they don't always work the best. Sometimes they don't light that well. Now, of course, I've not had a bunch of issues with the inserts. Most of them have worked pretty good. I have had, I think, 1 or 2 that kind of went bad kind of quick, but for the most part they work. But I still just don't really like the fact that when a company outsources something like that, especially, and there are certain instances, I know stuff gets sent over to China that it can't be produced in the United States depending upon certain regulations or whatever. We know Zippo can make inserts. Again, here is a stack, a big stack of inserts, made by Zippo in the USA, but now the new butane inserts, they're sending out to China. So it's really a shame, because you take this really nice made in USA Zippo, it's one of my newer ones, right? And you've got to put a made in China insert in it. So honestly, that's kind of my rant. It just kind of really disappoints me, because I like seeing companies make stuff in their country of origin when possible. And I know that's not always possible depending upon what you're manufacturing. But, to see something basically farmed out to China from an American-made company like that, and, again, from the reviews and stuff you see on the internet, it doesn't seem like they're of any near quality to what Zippo used to make. It's just kind of, it's kind of off-putting. But that's my rant. What do you think? Put down below. Am I just too nitpicky for thinking that they should have made the new inserts in the US? Or, is it something that makes you hesitate at buying a Zippo product? Put down below what you think, and have a good day.